Approximately 1.35 million people die in road crashes each year. On average, 3,700 people lose their lives every single day on the roads. An additional 20 to 50 million people suffer non-fatal injuries, often resulting in long-term disabilities. 93% of the world fatalities on the roads occur in low or middle income countries. In 2019, almost 92 million motor vehicles were produced worldwide. At present, 1.42 billion cars in operation worldwide, including 1.06 billion passenger cars and 363 million commercial vehicles. In 2035, the number of cars will exceed 2 billion across the globe. Welcome to HSC tutorial, and today's topic is defensive driving. I'm your host Javed, and you are watching Safety First. If you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe the channel, and if you find the video informative, then like and share. Let us jump on the topic. General discussion: why driver training is necessary. Driving is something we all do daily. It's the most dangerous thing we do and is the number one killer of those under 50 years of age. It's responsible for over 50% of all work-related fatalities. This is the reason why driver training is important. Let us look the driving safety statistics. Someone is injured every 18 seconds. Over 2 million injuries annually are disabling. A person dies in a crash every 11 minutes. Motor vehicles accidents are the most common cause of death. 1 in 4 fatal work injuries involve a vehicle accident. This is alarming situation. This need to be addressed on each and every work location. Let us look what are the driving hazards. Number 1, reckless driving. Number 2, distracted driving. Fatigue, aggressive driving, failure to keep vehicles in good operating conditions, and driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Do you understand the variety of driving hazards you could face on the road? Driving hazards in the shape of dangerous conditions. It might be bad weather, difficult road conditions, poor light or glare, heavy traffic, road work, or accident. Identify 3 driving hazards caused by human error: reckless driving, distracted driving, fatigue, aggressive driving, vehicles in poor operating conditions, driving under the influence, bad weather, difficult road conditions, poor light or glare, heavy traffic, road work, or accidents. You need to answer in the comment section. Let us discuss the minimum requirements and conditions for driving and drivers. All company or non-company vehicles should be driven only by authorized drivers with valid driving licenses appropriate to the vehicle being driven. This is the first, foremost, and number one important aspect, that the drivers should be licensed, they should be aware, they should be competent, they should be knowledgeable about the cars or the vehicles they are going to drive. Driving is the most dangerous thing. As we discussed earlier, drivers who use handheld devices are 4 times as likely to get into injury, producing crashes. Using a cell phone while driving, whether it's handheld or hands-free, delays a driver's reaction as much as having a blood alcohol concentration at the legal time of 0.08%. 80% of all crashes and 65% of near crashes involve some type of distraction. Brain activity used while driving decreases by 40%. When a driver listens to conversation or music or songs, more than 80% of drivers admit to blatantly hazardous behavior, changing clothes, steering with the knee, painting nails, or even shaving while driving. Let us look what are the distractions that is number one cause of accident during driving. Any non-driving activity a person engages in that has the potential to distract him or her from the primary task of driving and increase the risk of crashing. Driving is a skill that requires your focused attention to safely control the vehicle and respond to events happening around you. Distractions are anything that takes your attention off the primary task of driving. Have a look in the photographs. Somewhere, someone is writing, someone is doing makeup, someone is texting, and someone is drinking, and someone is busy with their girlfriend. Mainly, there are three primary types of distractions. Number one, visual distractions. Number two, manual distractions. And number three, cognitive distractions. Let us look what is visual distraction. Anything that takes your eyes off the road, that is visual distraction. Anything that takes your hands off the steering wheel is manual distraction. Cognitive distraction means anything that takes your mind off driving. All distractions can be dangerous and life-threatening. Texting is one of the most dangerous because it involves all three types of distractions at one time. Do you know distractions can lead to risky driving behaviors? Other distractive activities include using a cell phone, eating and drinking, talking to passengers, grooming, reading including map, using PDA or navigation system, watching a video, changing the radio station, CD, MP3 player or other devices, and busy with children or pets. These are the other reasons that might cause a fatal road accident. Let us look the other main reason of accident, that is aggressive driving. What is aggressive driving? Drivers who consider themselves as almost perfect with no room to improve also confess to significantly more aggressiveness than drivers who see themselves as still improving. 2 out of 3 drivers still insist on seeing themselves as near perfect drivers with almost no room to improve. Aggressive drivers see the other guy as the problem and thus don't look at their own aggressive driving behavior. Let us discuss what causes aggressive driving behavior. Many psychologists see anger as the root cause of this problem. It's ultimately our emotional state, our stress levels, and our thinking patterns that either cause us to drive aggressively or lead us to be the victims of others. Driving under the influence of impaired emotions, especially anger. It is a behavioral choice that drivers make. Some drivers don't know how to deal effectively with angry feelings and how to cope with the situation. There are two ways to cope with impaired driving emotions. Number one, reduce your stress. Driving is emotionally challenging because you constantly have to cope with unexpected things. Being in a hurry and driving on congested roads adds to our general stress level. Suggestions include listening to relaxing music or educational types on the road, leaving 15 minutes sooner, and getting up earlier so you are less rushed. Number two, change your perspective with different self talk. As a result of life experiences, we all have automatic thoughts that are generated by our mind when certain triggers occur when driving. We can change our perspective and thus our angry feelings by consciously changing this self talk. For example, That driver you just cut you off in traffic might be a single mother who worked 9 hours that day and is rushing home to cook dinner, help with homework, do the laundry, and spend some time with her children. What is the conclusion then? Make a personal decision to cope with your angry feelings in a more effective way. Reduce your stress level. Learn to change your self talk. Avoid aggressive driving situations or becoming the victim of another aggressive driver. Defensive driving is actually an attitude and a set of skills a driver adopts to better deal with fast changing traffic situations in the safest manner. Defensive driving is the key to safe driving. The problem is how to behave, how a defensive driver should be. What is the ideology? Always wear your seatbelt. Obey all traffic regulations. Maintain your vehicle in good condition. Keep both hands on steering wheel. Plan your route in advance. Adjust your speed for the traffic, road, and the weather conditions. Learn how to safely enter and merge on limited access highways. Signal your intentions in advance and make courtesy a habit. Give way to other road users. Let us look how to adopt a defensive driving attitude. Number one, see dangers before it happens. Develop that sixth sense, the ability to see potential danger on the road before it happens. Always be alert to the traffic ahead of you, behind you, and beside you. Never assume that all is clear and safe. Number two, now how to react to dangerous situations. Each dangerous situation requires a specific defensive driving response. For example, braking safely on wet or slippery roads. Number three, take corrective action in time. Never assume that another driver will do the right thing to prevent an accident. Always assume the worst and take corrective action before it is too late. Prior to move, you have to check vehicle safety and emergency kit. It might include fire extinguisher, oil can, warning triangle, safety cone, water, car jack, torch, spare fuses, first aid kit, toolkit, and jump leads for battery. Gentlemen, you are watching Safety First, and today's topic is let us see what are the basic driving rules. Number one, the number of passengers carried in company vehicles must be limited to the authorized seating accommodation. Number two, the carrying of unauthorized passenger is forbidden. Number three, drivers of company vehicles must obey all traffic signs and speed limits. Number four, no driving in poor visibility. Number five, exercise due care when driving in low visibility or on wet roads. Number six, vehicle should be in four-wheel drive when driving in desert. Number seven, the recommended tire pressure on gas road is the same as that on asphalt or blacktop road. Number eight, adhere to designated parking areas. Number nine, check surroundings to ensure it is clear before you start reversing. Number 10, vehicles should not be left unattended. Number 11, vehicles should not be left running in an enclosed space. Number 12, vehicles should be at a complete standstill before the doors are opened for embarking or disembarking passengers. Number 13, vehicle's engine should be switched off when refilling petrol. Number 14, use the seat belts by drivers and passengers are mandatory. Number 15, any driver experiencing tiredness or fatigue whilst driving should stop for a minimum of 15 minutes. And number 16, taking rest under the vehicle for the purpose of shade is not permitted at any case. What are the safe driving precautions, tips to follow? There are 10 Driver safety tips that avoid accidents. Number one, avoid distractions. Number two, practice defense driving. Number three, be aware, anticipate other actions. Number four, don't follow too closely. Number five, be extra cautious in poor conditions. Number six, keep your vehicle maintained. Number seven, don't speed. Number eight, wear your seat belts. Number nine, don't drive drowsy. And number 10, don't drink and drive. Gentlemen, there are a few terms you need to remember. Before you start up your car, you have to see what is the meaning of startup. S for secure loose objects. T for turn off your mobile, cell phone. A, allow enough travel time. R, read your fuel and fluids level. T, take a moment to check the tire pressure. U, use seat belts every person every time. And P, properly adjust your mirrors. If you remember this startup, this is the whole safety of a car. Remember 4S for driving safely. Keep 4 seconds following distance. Look 4 seconds before changing lanes. Wait 4 seconds before pulling out from a stop sign. Check 4 times to your left and right before pulling into traffic. Keep your eyes moving and be safer. Here, safer means S for space, A for attitude, F for foresight, E for eyesight, and R for responsibility. This is the domain where you can drive safely without any accident. Let us examine safe driving precautions. Getting the big picture. Scan the road ahead. Keep your eyes moving. Mirrors every 4 to 5 seconds and 3 to 4 seconds following distance. Number two, driving laws. Observe speed limits, traffic signs and signals. Follow rules of the road and use common sense and use signals. Number three, keep alert and prepared. Minimize distractions. Keep your mind on the driving and hands on the driving wheel. Drive defensively and yield to aggressors. Keep cool and calm. Emotions in check. Allow enough time. Don't provoke or be angered and report others as appropriate. Drive for conditions. Adjust your road or weather conditions. Lights and wipers. Stopping distance can be 3 or more seconds. Don't override your light at night. What to do if you have to drive in adverse conditions? If there is fog, what safety precautions are mandatory? Ensure the vehicle's windscreen are clean. Mist and dust on the outside will prevent clear vision. In fog conditions, mist accumulates. Clean windscreen internally and put your demist heater on. Dipped headlights must be used. Parking lights are not enough. Use your wipers to remove the fog from the vehicle's windscreen. Keep a safe distance between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead. Don't use hazard warning lights while driving in fog. Apply brakes early and gradually avoid swerving due to excessive braking. Use the horn if required. If you are forced to stop the vehicle, pull off the road and put your hazard warning lights on. These are the precautions which are required while driving in the fog. Vehicle stopping distance during rain is different to the normal weather condition. Reduce the coefficient of friction between the tires and road. Make sure all tires are in good condition. The depth of tread on tires represents an important factor. If the treads on tires are reduced to less than 4 mm, difficult to control the vehicle. Make sure windscreen wipers are in good condition. Keep and maintain enough distance from the vehicle front. Must reduce speed and avoid applying sudden brakes. should stay in his lane, should stay in your lane and avoid overtaking vehicles, and must be very careful and alert while driving. If you have to drive in desert, what safety precautions are required? Make sure that the vehicle is in good working order and properly supplied with fuel, oil, and water. Make sure enough drinking water and hand shovel in the vehicle. Make sure you know the way to your destination and know the track is marked. Tire and spare tires are sound and inflated to the correct pressure. In the event of vehicle failure, never leave your vehicle. Avoid midday travel in summer. The sand is softest. Humps and other pitfalls in the road are hardest to see because of the lack of shadows. Desert travel at night should be avoided because of poor visibility and more likely to lose the way and run into obstacles. Don't take shortcuts because you got stuck or lost while on a non-standard route. If you come across someone who has got stuck in soft sand, don't attempt to drive up to him. Stop your vehicle on firm ground and go and help him. If you are traveling in company with another vehicle, don't follow too closely. If he gets stuck, you may too. Never drive down slip faces just for kicks, as you may roll over. When traveling on soft sand, avoid hard braking or sudden acceleration. Will dig the tires in and you may become stuck. What to do if you have to drive in a dust storm cloud? Dust storm clouds are frequently caused by heavy transport on gravel roads. These are very short duration, dependent on traffic density. These can be seen long before you are in them. Switch your vehicle to dipped headlights. Reduce speed. If visibility becomes zero, pull off the road until the dust subsides and don't overtake in dust cloud conditions. Let us look at the precaution while driving in winter. Identifying slippery surfaces, shaded areas, shady parts of the road will remain icy after open areas have melted. Bridges freezes before roads do. If the temperature is below freezing, the road looks wet and vehicle. And open the window and feel the front of the mirror and antenna. The road is icing up. You have to follow safe driving precautions, risk reduction checklist while driving. Visual search, look 10 to 15 seconds ahead for objects or conditions that could become a threat. Have a plan. Identify an alternate route or path of travel and the level of traction available. Position your vehicle with space to the sides and front with an escape route. Obey all traffic controls and laws. Exercise the right of way rules. Drive defensively. Try to predict the possible actions of other highway users. See and be seen. Communicate your presence to others. Avoid sudden steering and braking movements and avoid distractions and be a considerate driver. Now we will discuss defensive driving techniques. Number one on the list of defensive driving techniques is the use of your own seat belt. A high percentage of truck driver fatalities into a driver being ejected from the vehicle. In order to drive defensively, you must remain behind the wheel of your vehicle to better control any type of driving situation. Everyone acknowledges that seatbelts saves life. However, statistics gathered from the reported accidents or incidents indicated that 1 out of every 3 drivers who died in a crash were not wearing their seatbelts. For many of these drivers, simply buckling up would have saved their lives. Defensive driving technique. Number two, safety culture and practices. Statistics indicate that the drivers operate in a relatively safe manner. As a driver, you need to be aware of the capabilities of the vehicle you are driving. A larger vehicle requires a greater turning radius, a greater distance to stop, and more space within its lane of travel. Most passenger vehicle drivers spend a short period of their day behind the wheel of the motor vehicle and are considered recreational drivers. Professional drivers spend most of their day on the road. As professional drivers, you need to be aware of changing weather conditions, traffic congestion, and must remain diligent while driving. There is no room in the trucking industry for drivers who don't respect laws. Safe driving practices are the ability to respect other drivers. Drivers must be satisfied that the commercial motor vehicles they are driving is in a safe condition. For the purpose, a complete and thorough pre and post trip inspection is mandatory. A driver must review the vehicle's previous post trip inspection, sign the previous report to acknowledge that any repairs indicated have taken place as required. Defensive driving technique number three, speeding. Speeding continues to be a factor in crash involvement. In inclement weather or any adverse driving situation, slow down. Speed on wet roads should be reduced by one-third of the posted speed limit. Remember, as it first begins to rain, that water mixes with the oil on the roadway and decreases your vehicle's traction and stopping capability. Reduce your speed by half or more on snow when you encounter icy and slick roads. Drive with caution. Reduce your speed even more and pull off the road in a safe location when it is no longer safe to drive. Defensive driving technique number four, fatigue. Even the best drivers battle fatigue issues. Signs of fatigue include constant yawning, seeing objects on the roadway that are not there, involuntary closing of eyes, not remembering how you arrived at your current location, and blurred vision. These are the signs and symptoms of fatigue. Fatigue prevention, short-term solution, coffee or energy drinks. Long-term solutions. As a driver, you must obtain quality sleep. Take a short break. A short break provides a great opportunity to walk around your vehicle to ensure its continued safe operation. Most important factor is to properly manage fatigue. Pull off the road in a safe location, stop driving, and obtain the rest your body needs. There is no substitute for quality sleep. Defensive driving technique number five, driving behavior. There are two types of driving behaviors. Number one, planned behavior. Control speed in one of three ways: acceleration, deceleration, or maintain a steady speed rate. Planned behavior, directional control. Stop behind solid white line in intersections. Don't block pedestrian lane. Allow a 4-second following distance. Number two, unplanned behaviors, those not recognized prior to actual behavior. Unplanned responses to changing driving situations, animals on roadways, and unprepared driving responses. Defensive driving technique number six, searching as you drive. Observe the roadway in front of your vehicle, looking for all sources of fixed and potential hazards. Watch for brake lights. They may signal hazards ahead. Search determines what must be seen, where the risk may be, and where interactions with the traffic will occur. Searching as you drive provides what we need to know so we can respond and not react to the traffic situation. Situational awareness. Situational awareness provides numerous bits of information to process so we know what is going on around us. We must perceive what the risks are, analyze the risk, formulate a response, and we must initiate that response all within a matter of a split second. Remember, if you don't see it, you can't respond it. Example of fixed hazards: utility poles, curves in the road, guardrails, bridge abutments, and railroad tracks. Examples of potential hazards: driveways, pedestrians, cyclists, other vehicles, and parked cars. Be aware of your surroundings and plan your driving behavior appropriately. Dear friends and fellows, you are watching Safety First, and today's topic is defensive driving. Let us discuss the points. Those are related to pre-trip and post-trip inspection. Take a walk around your vehicle. Windows clean, light and signals clean and working, tires properly inflated and tread wear, fluid leaks on the ground. Check the level of coolant in radiator. Check engine oil, steering fluid, and hydraulic fluid. Check the battery. Report any broken or defective equipment. Verify backup alarm is audible. Make sure steps, catwalks, and handholds free from grease, ice, and loose material. Check belts. Report any frayed, worn, or loose belts. This is a vehicle, and there are numerous indicators to check: engine, radiator for leaks, brakes, lights, coolants, water level, oil level, battery condition, and tire condition and tire pressures. Inside the vehicle, you need to check seat belt, check mirrors, check horn, headlights, blinkers, and emergency flashes and wipers. Verify backup alarm is working. Check fuel gauges. And furthermore, your state of mind, stress, emotions, attitude, drowsiness, fatigue, vision, hearing, or the influence of alcohol. These are the factors. Those need to be addressed. Those need to be considered prior to start a trip. For the distance, following with other cars, speed and stopping distance are the key. Stay 3 to 4 seconds behind. Avoid quick changes. Increase your following distance. Don't speed up. And avoid tricks. Control your emotions. While changing lanes, check to make sure there is enough room. Signal your intentions. Check your blind spot and space again. Make the lane change. Make yourself as visible as possible at all times. If you are entering a construction site, check area thoroughly. Watch for workers in the area. Look for the obstacles: gas meters, phone, power lines, septic tanks, tight spots. Get help backing out of tight spots, and don't drive sideways on hills. At an intersection, the vehicle on right has the right to go first. No one is guaranteed the right of way. While backing or reversing, use extreme caution. Look at your path. Back slowly. Back to the driver's side when possible. If you are on or off the ramp, obey speed limit posted. Speed limit designed for autos. Large vehicles need to go slower. Exits going downhill or turning are particularly dangerous. You need to follow all the signs, either regulatory signs or warning signs. These are the few examples of traffic signs: slippery road, children, pedestrian crossing ahead, left bend, traffic control light, no right turn, no entry, no overtaking, no parking, stop. These are the examples of traffic signs. There might be railway crossings. The cross box is found at most public crossings. These signs should be treated in the same manner as a yield sign. If you find an emergency vehicle, immediately move to the right of your lane, to another lane, or to the shoulder if possible. If moving right is not possible, stay where you are. Don't move left. Let the emergency vehicle to move faster because it is in emergency. Let us discuss the typical examples of driving. Those are contrary to the highway code: exceeding speed limit, jumping red lights, entering a T junction without stopping, overtaking from the wrong side, driving too close to the car in front, driving without lights, turning without indicator, cutting up, swerving in front of vehicle and then stopping or turning, and driving with defective tires. These are the examples, and these might cause a potential catastrophic road accident, a collision, a crash that is always deadly. What to do if an accident occurs? All vehicle accidents and near misses vehicle accidents should be reported immediately to the company. In the case of any emergency or accident, call the authorities and your company representative. Vehicles involved in accidents are not allowed to move from the accident scene without permission from the local police or the authorities. Call the police, collect insurance and registration information, and get a copy of the police report. Draw a sketch of the accident scene. Don't put blame or discuss fault with others. Accident report form to be completed as soon as possible. Accident witness to remain in reachable contact. Dear friends, fellows, and colleagues, there are a few key points. Those must be remembered at all times. Know the driving hazards you can face on the road. Maintain your vehicle in good condition. Always wear a seat belt. Follow traffic rules and obey signs and signals. Be a safe and defensive driver every day and know how to respond to an accident. Let us discuss few important safety rules as a driver. Think about safety of yourself and the safety of others. Always drive safely. Observe all traffic signs. Comply with traffic signs. Obey speed limits. Overspeeding is a disciplinary offense. Fasten seat belts. Keep and maintain a safe distance. Drive defensively and show consideration for other users. Report all accidents and near misses, and don't use mobile phone while driving. Dear friends, a tree never hits a car except in self-defense. This is a car who hits the tree. Please hug your kids and pets at home, but belt them in the car. Leave sooner, drive slower, and live longer. Every accident is a notice that something is wrong with men, method, or material. Investigate and then act. You are a driver. You have to drive, but don't fly. Do you know that life don't have reset button? Driving faster can cause disaster. Normal speed meets everyone need. Speed is thrilling, but it kills. To avoid death, use seat belt. Safety starts with S, but begins with you. And keep remember, safety first is safety always. Watch safety first and apply the knowledge in your daily life, in your practical life, in your construction area, and in your projects and organization to save your life and the life of others. Training session is over now. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and share. Hope to see you soon with the new HSC tutorial. Till then, good luck and Allah Hafiz.